Okay, so this is the Thundering Pandaren Spirit. Now I had a bit of a break actually between the last fight and this one, so you can see my cooldowns on my my buffs are dwindling. The important thing about this fight now is that your leveling pet, it needs a minimum of 540 health points. Doesn't matter about its abilities, it needs that because it's going to take an initial hit. The only other thing about this fight is if I bring up my team, you can see I've got the Tolai Hare Pup. You can use any sort of rabbit as long as it's got these three abilities. This Flurry, Dodge and Burrow. And then I've got a mechanical in the third slot. Now I do okay with the mechanical. The only thing is that his third pet, which is Darnak the Tunneler, it can actually sorry, not the second pet that he has, which is the Sludge. I forgot the name of it. It does. It's called Sludgy. It has that expunge, which does a fair bit of damage to the Darkmoon Zeppelin. So there's a slight variation I can make sometimes on the play. If when my Tolai Hare Pup has finished fighting his first pet, which is this Earth Spirit, if he's got the dodge available, then I use the dodge. I'll show you the fight. Obviously, like I say, I use a mechanical. With the mechanical, I use my Zeppelin. I've got missile, we've got explode, and we've got decoy. And then again, as I say, with the leveling pet, as long as it's got more than 540 health points, it doesn't matter about its abilities, and it should be okay. So we'll start the fight. So our leveling pet, we use any ability, it doesn't matter, because effectively it gets trapped and we have to pass. And it's this hit it has to survive, which it just did. Okay, so now we swap that out with our hare, or rabbit, whatever it is you're using, and we follow a sequence of 5 attacks, and it's just basically a rinse and repeat until this Earth Spirit is dead. So we start with Burrow. And we use Flurry. We use Flurry again, and it's during this fight that's basically where we lose most of our health. So it can look a little bit grim somewhere. So the fourth attack is Dodge. And then Flurry again. And then we repeat that sequence of 5 attacks. So we start with Burrow. And then Flurry. Okay, so that's the end of that. Now, this is the point I was saying. If we manage to kill the Earth Spirit and we have dodge and it's come off cooldown, then we use that now, because the first attack that the Sludgy uses is this expunge, and that does a fair bit of damage to our Zeppelin, and it just makes that fight just that little bit tighter. So if we use this dodge now, and then a quick Flurry, and now we'll swap in to the Zeppelin. Now the important thing with the Zeppelin is that as soon as this expunge has got one turn left on its cooldown, we have to use the decoy. So we're going to use that straight away. So we'll take this minor hit, but basically that saves us from a much bigger hit next time. And now we'll try and use missile and kill him before he kills us. The purpose of the Zeppelin, or whatever uses the second pet, effectively is to kill this pet. So if they die at the same time, it doesn't matter as long as this Sludgy dies. Now, knowing that our mechanical has got a resurrect, we know he's not going to kill us before we kill him, so we just keep Just keep going until he's dead. And there it is. So, the minute Darnak the Tunneler comes in, we're going to swap back to our rabbit. Now, if your second pet dies exactly the same time as Sludgy, and Darnak comes in and you're asked to bring in a pet, you bring in your levelling pet, and then immediately swap to the rabbit, and then carry on with this sequence that we're going to do now. So now we're going to swap out and bring in the rabbit, and this is the sequence that you follow once the rabbit's in. As soon as you see him use that spell, this stone skin, we start off with a Flurry, dodge, Flurry, Flurry, and then we finish the sequence of 5 with Burrow. You see, once we've done that, he applies the stone skin again, and we follow it exactly the same series of 5 attacks. So we start again with Flurry, dodge, Flurry, Flurry, and Burrow. It's quite a long-winded fight, but importantly is that we don't get hit, we don't lose any health, and we take him down slowly, but it's a 100% fight. So now we start the sequence of 5 again. Flurry, dodge, Flurry, Flurry, and Burrow. And he's dead, so that's that fight over and done with. Okay, so from here we're going to fly from here and over to here to Courageous Yom, which effectively is over there in those mountains. So I shall see you when we get there.